In a lot of ways, I can't actually believe I'm saying this, but I have moved to Vietnam. I am currently in a hotel in Hanoi in quarantine with Emily. Emily was a stranger I was thrown in a group chat with a few days before our flight. I met her and these guys in Heathrow Airport to start our 33-hour journey to Hanoi. Mine started 7 hours before that. So 40-hour trip to Southeast Asia, 33 hours of that with total strangers. That's the short version. I got made redundant from my corporate job in July of 2020 after a couple months of furlough, so I enrolled in a 120-hour TEFL course in the hopes that a far-off land would take me in. On July the 22nd, I interviewed for a language centre that has branches all over Vietnam. I was offered the job, but the UK had a second wave. And then Vietnam had a second wave. And then the UK had a third wave. Vietnam have only had 35 COVID-related deaths throughout this whole pandemic because of their incredible track and trace and border closures. So on my fourth attempt to go out, my expert visa was approved 4 days before I was due to fly. My booking got confirmed. I have to say though, I wasn't going to actually believe I was going until I was on a bloody plane, which pretty much explains why I didn't jump out of bed screaming on the day I was going. Good morning. Ooh, good morning. My voice. Today's the day. I am going to Vietnam. I can't believe I'm actually saying that because it's been a really long time coming. I've spent a lot of time in Edinburgh Airport. I've literally never seen it so quiet. Totally fine with that though. One of the things I was most excited about was going to a country where things had been handled well and life went on. Flight number 1 took off at 9:25 AM and it was the only flight I was doing by myself. I was going to be meeting some of the other people going to work at the same company in Heathrow Airport. I was actually so excited to be meeting new people for the first time in so long. We'd had a group chat for a few days and I was looking forward to travelling across the world with total strangers. Nobody that knows me will be surprised to hear me say I am an extrovert. It's not until I was in the air that I started to process that it was finally happening. I think at this point the excitement was starting to build. When we flew over London, I spotted the area I lived in just a few months ago. My life is so strange. Here, my hair looks good. I cut it myself. Yeah.
Transit is departing. Next stop, gates B32 to B48. Second stop, gates C52 to C66.
It was actually really special going through it with these guys. You get to know people really quickly in bizarre situations, like travelling across the globe with strangers. We got on our flight from Heathrow to Doha. Here are Emily and Michael. I'm rooming with Emily for quarantine, and Michael lived in Hanoi pre-pandemic, which is obviously really helpful for the rest of us. I was absolutely buzzing, as you'll soon bear witness. I love a good story, so when our flight got diverted to Bahrain due to a bad sandstorm, I obviously found it hysterical.
We'll get back to you with more information. It all depends on the weather in Doha. Once we are underway again, it's obviously a fairly quick trip back to Doha, about 15 minutes. So please bear with us. I'm sure the cabin crew will take good care of you. And we'll get back to you in good time with more information if we need to. Thanks for your attention.
We have just found out that it's too windy to fly, and so we are stuck in Bahrain for an hour. And that's what's happening, guys.
Me and Michael would really like a gin and tonic, wouldn't we?
I fucking love it.
We'd really like a gin and tonic. If Layla could provide that for us, it'd be really great, actually.
Mate, who do you think I am? Colin just threw me a cat on a cushion.
What's his name? What's his name? What's the cat's name? We're not going to find out. Oh, yeah? Say hi to the vlog, Phil.
Hi, vlog Phil.
We're asleep over here. Hi vlog, we're in Bahrain because the wind was bad and the pilot got upset.
There we go. Caliente.
Dude, we've just been sitting here for about, how long have we been sitting here for, Phil?
Coming up to about 5 minutes, I think.
45 minutes? An hour? Something like that?
Coming up to an hour.
We're just slowly rocking in the wind. It's kind of like a sleepover, like a slumber party, you know?
In Bahrain.
In Bahrain, in a sandstorm.
We ended up planted in Bahrain for about 2 hours before we took off for Doha and arrived at like 3 AM.
Emily, say hi to the vlog. You look bloody exhausted. I'm so tired.
Well, I enjoy Bahrain.
Bahrain was amazing, stunning country, can't wait to go back and sit on a long runway for 3 more hours.
You know that little stop over?
Our flight wasn't until 1 PM and Doha Airport was categorically the worst travel experience of my life. We were all travel sick, exhausted and or sleep deprived, but it was a communal low point, so maybe you could class it as a bonding experience. It's a stretch. The airport itself was really cool. Everything about it just screamed oil rich. The mood picked up slightly once we'd eaten and we were at the gate for our flight to Hanoi.
Phil, what are you saying?
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
What?
Huh? That's nice.
The flight was so quiet, we basically had a cabin to ourselves. We all chose our rows and had a good sleep until the air steward woke us up for food. I caught the sunset, had a bubbly moment of pure gratitude and introspection. Could cry. We landed in Hanoi at about midnight. We weren't expecting it to take 2.5 hours to get through immigration considering the airport wasn't busy. But we were so excited to be waiting for our visas that it didn't matter.
Michael, give us a dance. Yes.
About 12 times in order to fit everything that I needed in.
Cool story.
Well, you're making a vlog. If it wasn't a cool story, it'd be a pretty bad vlog.
You're right.
It's a bad story for
That probably won't make the cut.
Yeah.
When I managed to find my case and found the others, they were all wearing these hazmat suits. And then I got handed mine, and Emily very kindly recorded me fumbling into it. Nobody ever explained why we had to wear them, but I assume it's just because we were contaminated with foreign germs. So this was our uniform from the airport to the hotel.
Go to Vietnam, they said. Oh yeah. You're 6'4", they said.
Look at one of those!
What did you say?
Is that what you've been doing all the way?
Yeah, it's unbearable.
What is it?
It just talks shit.
And so 40 hours of travelling, after leaving my house, we got to the hotel. I'm so grateful to have shared the experience with these people. Can't wait to see what adventures are in store for me here in Vietnam.